There comes a moment in every life where we stand at a crossroads, a place where the old habits no longer fit, and the path ahead seems too uncertain to walk. You've felt it, haven't you? The pull of something greater, something just beyond reach. You've tried, you've stumbled, and perhaps you've even given up a few times. But deep inside there's a whisper, the call to rise, to reclaim what's yours. You've been waiting for the right time, for the perfect moment, and yet that moment is here. The transformation you've been longing for isn't some distant dream. It's the choice you make right now, in this very instant. There's a quiet pain that comes from the effort, the hustle, the striving, and yet the results don't show up. You've felt it, haven't you? The days where you pour yourself into something, only to see little to no change. It's easy to grow weary. It's easy to start questioning yourself, wondering if your efforts are in vain. Perhaps you've even stopped at times, disheartened by the lack of immediate rewards, lost in a cycle of frustration and doubt. But what if I told you that in those moments of quiet frustration, when nothing seems to be shifting, that's when the real work is being done? What if the foundation is being built beneath the surface, unseen by your eyes, but deeply felt by your soul? You've been looking for a sign, an instant breakthrough, but it's not going to come in a flash. True growth, real transformation, happens in the steady, consistent action, the small steps repeated over and over, even when you feel like giving up. I know how it feels to doubt your path. You wonder if the sacrifices, the endless hours, the moments of pushing through exhaustion are worth it. You see others succeeding seemingly effortlessly and wonder why your efforts don't yield the same result. But this is where the breakthrough lies, in the realization that consistency, not perfection, is the key to unlocking your potential. Success doesn't knock on the door after one big effort. It's built in the silent, unglamorous moments of persistence. You are not meant to see instant results. You are meant to build something deeper. You are meant to cultivate habits that will carry you, even when the motivation fades, even when the world around you shifts and falls. The power of consistency is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things, steadily and without fail. It's in the quiet repetition, day after day, that you will see the smallest seed take root and grow into something unshakable. Every day you show up, you're chiseling away at something far greater than you realize. Do you understand? Your efforts, no matter how small they seem, are the very building blocks of your future. They are the unseen forces working beneath the surface, laying the foundation of your success. Your transformation, your consistency will outlast the doubts, the fear, and still, it feels like the finish line keeps moving further away. The world tells you that progress should be fast. It tells you that success is a sprint, not a marathon. But this is where the wisdom lies. Success, real success, is not the outcome of a single push. It is the result of many quiet, invisible steps taken over time. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to fall into place. It means trusting the process, even when you can't see the results. There are things happening beneath the surface that you cannot yet see, and that is the nature of true growth. The roots of a tree grow deep before the first sprout of green appears above the ground. The seed in the dark soil doesn't know it will one day reach the sky, but it keeps pushing, even when it feels like nothing is happening. You must learn to trust in this. The waiting is not waste. The silence is not an indication that you are failing. It is the necessary stillness before the storm, the calm before the breakthrough. So keep going, keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Don't measure your progress by what the world sees, or what you can touch right now. Measure it by the persistence, the discipline, the courage it takes to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. This is where your growth is happening, in the patience, in the unseen moment. And one day, when you least expect it, you'll look back and realize that everything you've been working for has been quietly unfolding all along. You've grown in ways you never thought possible. You've become something more than you were. And in that moment, you will understand. The waiting was never wasted. You felt it, haven't you? That voice that lives inside you, lurking in the corners of your mind, whispering that you're not enough. It tells you that you can't do it, that you'll never be good enough, that the things you dream of are just that. Dreams, distant and unreachable. It's a weight, isn't it? A suffocating heaviness that drags you down, even on the days when you know you should be sore. Self-doubt doesn't knock gently at the door. It breaks in, uninvited, and it steals the very thing you need most, your belief in yourself. But what if I told you that this voice, this doubt that seems so certain, is not the truth of who you are? It's an illusion, a lie wrapped in the language of fear, self-doubt, and 1,000 reasons why you should just stay where you are. It's in those moments when you face the unknown, when you're standing on the edge of something that requires more than you think you have, that the fight begins. But let's get one thing clear, that discomfort you feel, that's where your growth lives. It's not the moments of ease, of smooth, steady ground beneath your feet, that will transform you. It's the moments where you're uncertain, where you feel like you might not make it, where every part of you is screaming to turn around, that will define who you become. The truth is, the discomfort you fear of the unknown to dictate your path. The truth is, growth doesn't happen in the comfort of predictability. It happens when you lean into the discomfort, when you stand in the tension between who you are now and who you want to become. It's the challenge, the struggle, the moments when you want to give up, that build your strength, your resilience, your character. Think about the last time you stepped into something new, something that terrified you. You didn't know what was going to happen, and it felt like the weight of uncertainty might crush you. But somewhere, in the middle of that fear, something shifted. You found strength you didn't know you had. You learned things about yourself that you couldn't have learned in the safe, easy places. And that's the gift of discomfort. It shows you who you truly are, and what you're capable of, in ways that comfort never will. The truth you need to accept is simple. If you want more, if you want to change, if you want to reach that next level, then you have to stop running from discomfort. You have to stop treating it like an enemy, because it's not. Discomfort is a teacher. It's the fire that refines you, the pressure that turns coal into diamonds. So stop resisting it. Stop letting it stop you. Every time you step into that space where everything feels uncertain, you're carving the path to a new version of yourself. The discomfort you feel now will fade. The uncertainty will settle. And when it does, you'll be different, stronger, wiser, more alive. The real question is, will you step forward, even when it feels impossible? Will you choose to face that discomfort head on, knowing that it is the very thing that will free you? That's where the magic lies. Not in avoiding the struggle, but in learning to embrace it, knowing that on the other side, there is a version of you waiting to emerge. You're standing there right now, feeling the weight of the world pressing down on you. It's the weight of uncertainty, the weight of the unknown. You're asking yourself, is this all there is? You've been working, striving, giving your best, but something is missing, something deep. There's a nagging feeling that what you've achieved so far is only a fraction of what you're capable of. You feel lost, unsure of where you're headed, and at times it seems like the road ahead is nothing but a blur. It's in these moments when everything seems unclear that your vision will either carry you forward or let you drift. Because here's the hard truth. If you don't have a vision, if you don't know where you're going, then you are simply reacting to life, being tossed around like a ship in a storm. Vision is not a luxury. It's the map to the destination you're meant for. Without it, you will wander. You will lose yourself in the noise, in the distractions, and you will miss the very thing that can bring everything together. Purpose. You felt this emptiness, haven't you? The moments when you've asked yourself, why am I doing this? You feel like you're working without direction, as if you're just moving for the sake of moving. That's because you don't have a vision, and without vision, you have no compass. Without a compass, you're drifting. Now think back. Think about the times in your life when you felt most alive. What were you doing? What was the feeling that sparked you, that made everything feel like it was worth it? When you found purpose, when you felt driven, what did that feel like? That's your vision, trying to emerge from the shadow. But here's the challenge. Vision doesn't just appear, not in the way you want it to. You don't simply wait for inspiration to strike. No, vision requires you to see beyond the present, beyond what's in front of you. It requires you to look into the future with clarity and belief, even when everything else is in chaos. This is where the true power of vision lies. It pulls you through the darkness. When you know where you're going, when you can clearly see what you're working towards, even the hardest moments become easier. You can endure the pain, the setbacks, the failures, because you have something to hold on to. It's the vision, that future version of yourself, the one who has already walked through the fire and emerged stronger. You don't need to see the entire path ahead. You just need to see far enough to take the next step. And this is where your transformation begins. You don't just work harder, you work with purpose. Every effort, every decision, every choice becomes an act of bringing your vision closer to reality. The obstacles you face, they become stepping stones, not barriers. The sacrifices you make, they become investments in the future you're building, one action at a time. The truth is simple. Vision is the difference between surviving and living. And now you're standing at a crossroads. You can either keep wandering, or you can choose to step into the power of your vision. It will be hard. It will challenge you in ways you can't predict, but it will be worth it. Because once you begin to live with vision, you will see that everything in your life is aligned with the purpose you've been searching for all along.